San Diego 6 News in the morning. Your station for balanced news.
Good morning and welcome to San Diego 6 in the morning. I'm Courtney Dwyer.
I'm Alex Michelson. It is Sunday, October 11th. This weekend, so many San Diegans are wondering what to do about the swine flu. Last week, the vaccine for healthy children arrived, and as soon as this week, we might see that injectable vaccine for everybody else. But is it safe, and is it something you should take? A doctor from Alvarado Hospital will make a house call because so many people think, well, I'm not going to take it. About 50% of Americans say, not for me. So
Lots of questions.
Welcome back. This week we saw the start of the swine flu or H1N1 vaccine for children. Soon we're going to see an injectable vaccine for those at highest risk. Still, close to a majority of Americans don't want the vaccine at all. Is it safe and is it necessary? Dr. Kelley Boston of Alvarado Hospital is here to provide some answers. Doctor, thanks so much for being here. We're giving the actual handshake despite we're doing the swine flu segment. All right, so the big question out there, we're asking this on Facebook. A lot of people saying, this isn't safe. I'm not trusting this in my body. Is this vaccine safe?
Let me go ahead and start with, yes, it's safe. We've got to stop thinking about this as a new vaccine. This H1N1 vaccine is produced exactly the same way as the seasonal flu vaccine. Same factories, same ingredients, same companies, same process. The difference is the seasonal flu vaccine, every year, every winter, a lot of folks sit around and look at what are the most likely flu viruses to be circulating the following year and put together a vaccine with those. This year in April, May, we started to see a new flu virus, the H1N1 virus, which has become the dominant virus in the San Diego area. And they began to produce a new flu vaccine that just includes that one H1N1 virus rather than the combination of 3 viruses. So this is the same type of vaccine. It's the same thing we see every year.
But was it rushed through without FDA approval? Because that's been something that's been spreading out there.
You know, it wasn't. It was produced the same way with the same precautions, the same controls. It's just a new virus. So we need to think of this as having the same safety level as the seasonal flu vaccine that we produce every year. We produce a new seasonal flu vaccine every year, and this is very similar. It's just a one virus vaccine.
And there's 2 different kinds of vaccine. One you get through your nose, and one is an injectable thing into your arm. We saw the children's vaccine, which is the nose one this week, but we should be seeing the other one. What's the difference? Who is that for?
As you said, there's 2 different kinds of vaccine. The first is that nasal spray vaccine. It's a live attenuated virus. What it is, it's a live flu virus that's been weakened so that it doesn't cause flu vaccine, or flu illness, sorry. That's primarily recommended for children and folks under the age of 49 years old that don't have any underlying medical conditions. So that's really been targeted at the pediatric community because that is the fastest route, and those are some of the first folks that are recommended to get vaccinated. The flu shot, the flu injection, is a killed virus vaccine. So those viruses are not alive. They cannot cause any illness. That's recommended for a much broader spectrum of individuals, and we're going to start seeing that coming into our community in the next week or so. Flu vaccines are going to start slowly rolling into the community in the next couple weeks.
So when it starts, there's not going to be enough for everybody. The goal is to have enough for everybody. The county officials say they'll get there, but what's the order? Who's in line first?
Well, there's going to be enough H1N1 vaccine. There's 250 million doses available in this country. They're just not going to all come out at the same time. So there's a several tier system for them. The first folks who want to get vaccinated are pregnant women. Pregnant women have much higher rates of complications if they get influenza. We want caregivers of children under 6 months old to get vaccinated. The children under 6 months cannot get either vaccine, so we want to get those around them vaccinated. We want to get folks from 6 months to 24 years vaccinated. Children, teenagers, young adults are a community where flu virus can spread very easily. We want to get our healthcare workers vaccinated first, and those under the age of 65 with underlying medical conditions that could cause problems if they get influenza. So that's things like asthma, respiratory conditions, heart conditions, any chronic conditions that could worsen the side effects if you do wind up getting influenza. We want to get those folks vaccinated first. After that, we want to get folks age 25 to 65 that don't have underlying health conditions, so healthy folks. And then after that, the third tier is folks over the age of 65. We've started to see that in this H1N1 pattern through the summer, those over 65 are at lower risk than the rest of the population. So we want to get those at highest risk vaccinated first, and then as those vaccines continue to come in, then we start vaccinating the lower risk population.
Other things to know real quick, that this is not a high-cost thing. The federal government paid for this, and you can probably get it for $15 to $20, if not for free.
Right.
Another thing to know is that this is different than the regular seasonal flu vaccine, so you should get both, right?
They are recommending that you get both. Many insurance companies have made this vaccine free. You can get the vaccine for a very low cost at community health clinics, Walgreens, CVS, other pharmacies. And if you have questions about where to get the vaccine, where it's available, 211, San Diego's 211 line has a lot of information and can point you in the right direction.
That's a free line that's open 24/7, and again, get both of them at the same time, right?
You can get both of them at the same time. Some folks, they've recommended that if you can only get the seasonal flu vaccine, get the seasonal flu vaccine and get H1N1 when it becomes available.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Doctor.
Thanks so much,
Appreciate good advice. For more information, go to san diego6.com and click on Hot Topics.